Hand clap to the master, guys. We are finally back again for another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. This is actually the second one. The first one will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And with that said, big up the Mystelics YouTube family for definitely tuning into the second reaction video of this year today reaction video. And of course, don't go out there, big up all yourself as well for definitely tuning into this year reaction video. If you have not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And of course, the Mystelics family out and large all over the place. All you know how to do already. If you don't know, you forget, baby. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button right now, guys. I would appreciate that. Click the thumbs up button, and of course I would appreciate that. Help the algorithm of YouTube to push your videos further and further and further with that regard. So with that said, guys, let us get into the reaction right there. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there and then. Now guys, I actually had something to show you guys right there, and this is what I was talking about in this regard right there. There was actually a meeting with Sir Dennis BYRON on 28th of November 2022. That's about 2 days ago. And of course, present at that very meeting right there was none other than the Commissioner, Chair Duncan Stowe, Wayne James, Hilary Shillingford, CEO Ian Anthony, Sir Dennis BYRON, and his, of course, Secretary. And of course, you had the UWP individuals: Lennox Linton, Thompson Fontaine, Clement Marcelin, Francesca Joseph, Nick George, I think it's Nicholas George that's there, Diane Victor, Dr. Griffin Benjamin. Of course, he was one of the individuals who were contesting to be one of the leaders of what was taking place of the United Girls Party. Of course, he dropped out and then allowed Clement and Dr. Thompson Fontaine, which of course Dr. Thompson Fontaine made it right there, and then to become in the leadership. Dr. McDonald, Thomas, Erin John Finn, Hector John was also there, Felix Thomas, Danny Lugie, Annette Sanford, and Edison James was definitely there as well. Absent from this meeting was none other than the lawyers themselves, Lennox Lawrence and Alec Lawrence. Are they related? Is Lennox Lawrence and Alec Lawrence related, guys? Or is this some sort of, back in slavery days where one person, that person, white brother and the other brother decide to name their slaves with this? Are they related, guys? That's another interesting thing to ask there. But they were not there. They were not there in the very important meeting of electoral reform. And it's very sad about this very state right there. It was noted that these two commissioners, Alec and Lennox Lawrence, were disrespectful of their commitments to the presence of Sir Dennis BYRON's invitation. Main issues raised: unanimous agreement to remove section 51 of the proposed BYRON draft regulations, which will provide for the electoral office to provide for overseas individuals confirmation / registration of voters. So I'm guessing that they have to be in Dominica for a particular time, or no, they have to remove that section proposed by BYRON draft regulation, which will provide for electoral office to provide for overseas. So I'm guessing they're trying to remove that. I think that is the case because people are coming in Dominica, they're voting and they're leaving. I think there should be some sort of understanding where they are there for a number of 3 months. They are there for 2-3 months. They're in Dominica 2-3 months, man, before you're allowed to vote. And you have to prove that you were there for 2-3 months. There should be some sort of thing like this. How people are coming in Dominica every one. Some people going to be coming down for the election to vote, to tilt the scale to the favor. That is not fair at all. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that individuals from overseas are not supposed to be there, I'm saying that these people should be there for 2-3 months. Stay in Dominica for 2-3 months. They come for 2-3 days and go back. Nonsense, man. That I don't understand how we end up making that happen there. Anyways, what was this desired based on the deep mistrust by the opposition was for all registration and confirmation of voters to be done only done in Dominica. So you cannot register people overseas. They have to come to Dominica, spend some time. When they prove that they have spent some time in Dominica for that point in time, then bow, they can come and vote. I say 3 months, man. Some of all you just come, bow 1 week and go back and hey, everything nice and dandy. I enjoy myself for the festival. We come for a weekend and you have the ability to vote. No, man. I think they should remove that. I agree with this. Remove that section where they tell for overseas voters to come and vote. No. Make them come, and don't get me wrong, and I want them to come and vote, But they should come and vote if they have been in Dominica within 5 years for a duration time for 2 or 3 months. Make it 3 months, man. I don't understand these people there and make them come in Dominica to register to vote. Or you registering these people overseas to vote? What kind of foolishness is that now? Anyways, to clarify the provision which disqualifies persons to remain on the list after 5 years absence from Dominica, and to include a provision of a period, I was just saying something like this, 90 days, that's 3 months. Visit residence, yes, aggregated per 5 years. Yeah, man, come and spend some time, man, which would exempt such a person from being removed from the voters register. I agree. To ensure that voter ID cards be a prerequisite for voting in an election, and that the cards be issued in Dominica, not overseas. Where they doing that at? Where they doing that at? Nonsense, man. To ensure the cleansing of the voters list be completed before any election, which I think should have happened, because there's ample proof of individuals, and people were even commenting saying yes, that a particular person that was called has been gone for a long time and the name is still on the voters list, still there, and that's just one person that they call, because I guess that person was well known in the community and what have you, but she's still on the voters list in 2022. All persons present, including Commissioners Wayne, James and Hillary Shinford, emphasized the deep mistrust of the government to do the right thing with regard to comprehensive reform in a timely manner. You know what I think is happening? So you have different sectors, those for the government, those who are part of the Electoral Commission office. You have some who are for the government and some who are not necessarily for the government, which most likely what they're saying right there makes sense. So when they stated to the president that some of the electoral commissioners, they stated that they were not ready for elections, and the president then says that he's only taking things from the main person. He's only taking the instruction from the main person. But if the main person is scared person, what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? That is something else, you know. Emphasize the deep mistrust of the government to do the right thing with regard to comprehensive reform in a timely manner. So Dennis BYRON promised to take serious consideration of the concerns raised by the UWP United Workers Party. It was not clear to the meeting that the government side would also meet with Sir Dennis BYRON before the planned release of the new report on Wednesday, 30th November 2022. That is today. It is not clear to the meeting that the government side would also meet with Sir Dennis, but the government did say that Sir Dennis is not reporting to him. So if that is the case, I'm guessing that it is okay, but it is not clear to the meeting that the government side would also meet with Sir Dennis BYRON before the planned release of his report on Wednesday, 30th November, which is today. Come on, man. Come on. So some of the individuals who were not there was none other than Lennox Lawrence and Alec Lawrence, who I think apparently these are the two commissioners, Alex and Lennox Lawrence, were disrespectful of their commitments to be present. So they must have said that they were going to be there, but guess what? They were not there. They were not there. It's very unfortunate right there when they want electoral reform, but they are not present for it. Or they claim to want electoral reform. It's very interesting to see what is going on. The Prime Minister saying that he wants electoral reform. Electoral reform starts, and before electoral reform starts, he decides to call elections so that he can possibly win without electoral reform. But I mean, it's very easy to see what's going on here. I mean, you have to be blind. Not just blind, you have to be deaf. Not just deaf, you have to be dumb to not really see what is going on. Blind, deaf, and dumb. No, you have to be underground, because I sure you cannot be that dumb to realize what the Prime Minister then doing. It's very easy to see. Anyways, guys, we're gonna head to the actual meeting of the press conference meeting that United Workers Party had. Of course, I like to put on both sides. It's not just talking about the government. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what these individuals have to say in this regard.
Conference. I would like to at this time introduce our deputy political leader.
Hey, Clement.
Mr. Clement Maslet, our president. Honorable Dennis Linton, our Deputy, our Vice President, Ms. Francesca Joseph.
I was wondering where the volume go.
Our Secretary, Mr. Nicholas George, and we have in the audience as well our Treasurer, Mr. Ezekiel.
So the whole squad there.
For importance, one of which is electoral reform. We need to speak directly to the Dominican public on a few key issues
Electoral
of
reform.
national importance, one of which is electoral reform. Permit me to begin by sending our condolences and also empathizing the people of the entire southeast of Dominica who are still reeling under the effects of the recent drought.
Yet the government is running campaign. Okay.
To the family of Mr. Henson Durant, I express special
He passed away.
sympathies. May God continue to strengthen you and Dominica by extension as we seek to recover from this ordeal.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this situation is being compounded by the continuing neglect, the stalled roadworks, and the destruction of the natural environment in the area by no less the government of Dominica.
I can't understand that.
Concerning the all-important matter of electoral reform,
Talk to
we
us.
continue to hold firm to the view that this process, which has been started, must be completed before the holding of general elections in Dominica.
I agree. I agree.
To the members of the United Workers' Party and the overwhelming number of Dominicans, resolving the issue of electoral reform
That's scary to
is
easy.
non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
After all, rectifying issues of a bloated voters list and the non-issuance of identification cards are the heart of our democratic system. We note that Sir Dennis BYRON was appointed by the government of Dominica to review our electoral process laws as completing his initial work and will shortly be providing the opposition and the government of Dominica with his draft report and a copy of the supporting draft legislation.
But the parliament is dissolved and they need to pass it through parliament. They have the draft result and everything. And they have to pass it through parliament and parliament is dissolved. How is that going to happen? That's a very... I should have been there, boy, for me to ask this question. But anyways.
We continue to urge the government of Dominica to urgently implement the required reforms and commit to the holding of fresh elections.
In 6 days, boy. Hey. Scared head hard, you know. His head hard. Harder than rock. Harder than diamond. Harder than the donkey that was talking to Balaam. Well, Balaam harder than Balaam because the donkey that had to talk to Balaam. Harder than Balaam.
As soon as the process is complete. It was the announcement of the sham December 6 elections more than 30 months before they were constitutionally due, and without the promised electoral reforms. That's the main reason why our party decided to withdraw its participation from the polls.
I agree, and all independent people out there, all you need to withdraw. All you had hard, boy. All you had harder than, all you had almost hard like scared, but all you had kind of a bit scared. Oh, the scared head is the hardest. You can take, if scared head was a meteorite, we in trouble, we in trouble, boy. Yeah, boy.
In that regard, we call upon the
and you're not even a meteorite and we're already in trouble. I should tell you. If his head was passing through space and you had to come to Earth in trouble.
Observers coming in from the Commonwealth Secretariat and the Organization of American States to take careful note of the vexing circumstances under which these snap elections are being conducted.
Now, remember guys, I keep saying, and last time OAS was there, they say that nobody was doing protesting, nothing like that. It was peaceful. This is why people need to go out there and protest. Because OAS reported that the last election was peaceful, and as a result of the peacefulness of the nature of the elections, it was what? The reflection of the people's will. All you don't listen. All you don't listen properly to what they're saying. Because they know is the elections needs reform. They know this, but officially they have to go based off what is actually written as a law. or the constitution on the basis of elections. But they know. I know they know. I was going to say the person, but let me leave that alone.
An election process that is so deeply flawed and weighted in favor of the ruling party should never be considered as being either free or fair.
True.
Based on the current threat to our democracy, the United Workers' Party again calls on His Excellency the President to exercise his executive authority granted under Article 15 of our country's constitution, suspend his election writ, and postpone the holding of elections until such time that the electoral reform process is complete.
I agree. So it's no longer the 30 days because they met with the president and the president check-in. 30 days wouldn't be enough. That's what the man say, 30 days wouldn't be enough. But it's like talking to air. They expect the president to do something if he is actually neutral in the system of wanting electoral reform. I mean, any president would say, hey, Dominica needs electoral reform, and as president would postpone it himself. He has the power to do this. But of course, he's not the Dominican's president. He's the prime minister's president, and therefore he'll do the bidding of the. This is why the Lennox Lennox Lawrence and Alec Lawrence, according to what I was saying, there wasn't a part of that meeting that was held on the 28th of November.
Furthermore, we call upon the regional governments and the international community to denounce the holding of this election.
I agree.
And also not to recognize whichever government that emerges out of this process.
I agree. This is why you guys need to understand being independent in this is legitimizing the elections. Independent people, all you need to share this video to those independent people because they doesn't listen. They doesn't listen. As a result of nobody contesting, they realize something is wrong and they will denounce the very thing. They will not consider the prime minister to be the prime minister of Dominica. All you need to understand how things going on. All your head hard, boy, hey. And then they come in and say, oh, if they only don't do this, then they're gonna take over. Let it happen. Let it happen. All you boy, I tell you what. Hey, I'll never forget what the Bible say here. Even if some man can come from the dead, they can come from the grave and raise up and tell the people to be warned of the place that they will go, they still wouldn't listen. A man raised up from the dead, boy, and telling all you. But all you had hard. Let them have it.
At this point, let me assure the people of Dominica.
And what that make me vex, them independent people think they can win me. Scary so bold-faced, Scary telling them to come on BBS to campaign we. He's so know that they can't win. the election is rigged against them 1-2. They have done nothing in the community to say, okay, you look like a substantial person I can think. Or no, they haven't really. boy, people ain't hard me, boy. Boy. But you're going to legitimize the election, we. That is what all you do in there, boy. Hey, you're doing the very complete opposite of what you actually want to happen. Thinking you will win elections, we. Hey, rigged elections in the favor of the prime minister. Rigged.
And the United Workers' Party is doing everything within its legal and constitutional rights to ensure that electoral reforms are completed. Another important matter that we wish to draw to the attention of the public is the fact that no less than 8 members of the United Workers' Party have since 2017 been brought before the courts by this government on various charges, including incitement and treason, and tremendous financial and other costs to the Dominican public. These members are trustee and founding member.
Just to see if they can oppress the opposition. They're doing everything in their power to try their best for them to every single thing in their power they try to paying people to come on the campaign, to do all kinds of things, play loud music, disturbing people in their sleep, paying people, just giving pay. And then the monies that can actually use to help. Look, the people of Calibi, she was crying about their school, saying the young people turning into to smoking and all kind of things. Years upon years. The coachman was vexed about that, saying people that used to be so brilliant trying to do things in football, grew up with the thing, now they're trying to pass in a joint. Boy, look it, and that will hurt you as a teacher, seeing that. Seeing how they have destroyed the youth. He stated the right question right there. Only don't try destroy the dreams of the youth, boy. Only don't try destroy the dreams of the youth. Monies that could be put in place to even further help these people accomplish their dreams. Give them the right facilities and the training. People to come on and do necessary training or train the trainers to train properly. Better tactics and all those kind of things there. But we fighting inside Dominica and expecting to boy, I tell you, boy.
And founding them as well as the former Prime Minister of Dominica, Mr. Harrison James, the leader of the opposition, Honorable Mystelics, Honorable Hector John, the MP for the Salisbury constituency, Honorable Daniel Luque, the MP for the Rosal North constituency, Mr. Nicholas George, our General Secretary, Dr. Sam Christian, who contested in the Shufia constituency in 2019, Mr. Brian Linton, and myself, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, the political leader of the United Workers' Party.
These are all the people that they brought before the court for incitement and all kind of stupidness. Wasn't Joshua was there now? Wasn't Mr. Speaker of the House there now? Oh no. Well, you don't see what's going on. They bringing them from the court and other people who were there, they decided not bringing them in front because they switch over. I don't know about Joshua, if Joshua switch over, but he's compromised. That's all I can say for now.
We view these charges as being largely frivolous and meant to either intimidate or stifle the legitimate opposition. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister encouraged his followers to throw hot water on members of the opposition. That is
incitement, You inciting the people to do violence to people and the police don't go and pick him up. You tell them come out on scary step. They come to tell you that this is not your house. You then telling the people to tell the workers people that they should come out from a scary step. Not their step, but come out from a scary step. Boy, that is boldface. That is a kind of boldface to have, Man warn you and tell you the house is not yours. Scarrett is then telling you to tell them come out from his step before you throw hot water on them. He's inciting the people so if they come to even warn them and tell them about the truth that this house is not yours, according to the very Prime Minister himself who said that everything that the government built is state owned. He stated this. They come to tell you the truth. He's then telling the people when they come to throw hot water on them, to burn them, to hurt them. And that is not incitement to try to do harm to others. Boy, I tell you, boy.
Minister Rachel Austri has called to, in his words, disappear the opposition, while Labour Party operative Lennox Lawrence has called for the hunting down of the opposition like terrorists. The fact remains
the terrorists calling other people terrorists. You to mind me, please.
that absolutely no action has been taken against those who continue to incite violence against the opposition. I now therefore call on this government and the police authorities to immediately withdraw those bogus charges against all its opposition members and allow us to go about our lives and do the work of the people of Dominica freely.
That's good. But the president is the Prime Minister's president. The police is also the Prime Minister's police. What do you expect them to do? They don't even going after the man for 49. Hey, the matter with Lennox, the partner that coming at Lennox home, they did anything about that now? They did anything about that? They did any research? Who invited these people to come and do these things? No, nothing. Okay.
Let me now turn your attention to the areas that our party, following our delegates conference, will be focused on in the coming weeks.
Talk to us.
As a priority, we will immediately begin with strengthening, renewing, and expanding our party's base. We will explore new ways to assist in the welfare of our residents and supporters, and actively engage with the diaspora as we seek to build and to expand. Finally, the United Workers' Party is calling on all Dominicans to join us in a major rally on Sunday, 11 December from 3 p.m.
Oh, I'll be there.
In order for us to hear the party's plans going forward.
I'll be there.
As we embark on this new era in our political history, let me assure the Dominican public that the United Workers' Party remains committed to good governance and to promoting an improved standard of living for our people.
I will be holding all you accountable to that, eh? It's not just saying Skerrit is one thing. I hold Skerrit accountable to the things that he say. But as a person who is a classic liberal on the plight of the people, I hold in everybody responsible for what they say. That is where I stand, guys. I side with them, but just because I side with them doesn't mean I'm not going to hold them accountable, you know. You know, oh, come on, you should know me already. This is why, don't worry, let me leave that one day.
We continue to urge the people of Dominica to demand good and accountable government and insist that this current government completes the electoral reform process as quickly as possible.
Yep.
As I close, I wish to note that our party continues to work with the Electoral Reform Coalition, which is
okay, so guys, we get the point there. Let me see if there is somebody else talking.
Dr. Thompson Fountain.
Oh, so they were asking questions after this. You guys can check out this video in the description below. But of course, the understanding is definitely Dominica needs electoral reform. That is very much obvious. We know why elections was called, because electoral reform was coming. We know this. We know why these people they decided to change out the older folks and put new things, so that most likely they can come in and, you know, try to bring the young people with them to vote them. I knew this was gonna happen before it happened, you know. I knew this was happening. I used to say about how, you know, based on how elections going, you know, when every time you stay on long, the people are getting a bit fed up of you. This is why I like the American system. Every 8 years, if you stay there for 8 years, you cannot come back. No. Come on there. Let somebody else try something and see what they can do. This is what rejuvenates and bring new ideas to the forefront. But of course, this is why the Prime Minister is not talking about policies. Because if they have to talk about policies, they're going to have to say the same thing that they stated last time. This is why they're not talking about policies. They're literally not talking about policies. They're talking about who catch who pants down, who about what he call Hector the other day there. He called Hector in name. Some kind of, it does name calling. They calling people name calling. Reggie self can't even pronounce Lindsay name properly. Lindsay, he calling her. I mean we guys, it's time for us to wake up and realize what is happening in Dominica and stop letting people just do whatever they want with you because they give you little money here and they take the money. That is your money. They're giving you back your money for you to be loyal to them. Oh, what are we there about here? They're giving you your money you paid in taxes and the things that they've done for the Dominican citizens. They're giving in your money back for you to stay loyal to them. What kind of crazy shit is this, the boy? Anyways, guys, there's many of us right there. Don't forget to check out the previous reaction in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. It's rather unfortunate what is going on. I'll also post this very link in the description below so you guys can check it out if you want to check it out. You will see original video. Some persons were asking me about the last time which video and whatnot. It's entitled original video in the description below because I'm reacting to this original video right there. So let me know your thoughts on the whole situation right there, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Maybe I want to know if it's just me that thinking this way, or are you guys thinking the same way too, or are you guys thinking on an objective manner of what exactly is going on, why it's going on in Dominica. The very Prime Minister said his objective was the New World Order and believes that Dominica should be aligned with the New World Order. This is why they even tried to bring in a digital currency. The digital currency stuff. If you guys want me to react to the digital currency and tell you my whole vibes, make this video reach 300 thumbs up. 300. Very easy. We do that a couple of times already. Very easy. Make this video reach 300 thumbs up and I'll react to the Dominica coin, the digital coin thing, because a number of persons don't seem to understand what is going on in that regard right there. So make this video reach 300 thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button right now and definitely check out the previous reaction that I did today in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. More vibes coming tomorrow, guys. Don't fret it. Your boy there. And of course I'll bring you the vibrations as it happens. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom bang.